30 Seconds of Thunder, The OK Corral and the Cost of Legend, The Town Too Tough to Tame. It was October 26, 1881, in Tombstone, Arizona. A name so dramatic you'd swear it was made for a movie. And maybe it was. Tombstone wasn't born, it was detonated into existence. A silver boomtown crawling with miners, gamblers, madams, and men with mustaches that looked like they carried the weight of the world. It was wild, it was lawless, and it was a powder keg lit by sun, sweat, and suspicion.
Clanton, Andy Warshaw, Latigo, Curly Bill Brocious. Who's in the Corral, Verge?
Billy Clanton and the McLaurys.
Now let's talk characters, because every legend needs them. Wyatt Earp, a former lawman, part-time gambler, full-time myth. He didn't wear a badge in Tombstone, not at first. He came looking for a fortune, not a fight. Doc Holliday, a true Southern gentleman with a death wish and a poker face sharper than his six-shooter. Educated, elegant, and absolutely terrifying. Virgil and Morgan Earp, Wyatt's brothers, both lawmen, steady hands in a shaking town. Then there were the cowboys, Ike Clanton, Billy Clanton, Tom and Frank McLaury, drifters, rustlers, and opportunists who saw law as just another man with a badge and a target on his chest. You couldn't find more tension if you stuffed a saloon full of gunpowder and told everyone to light up a cigar. And this is where the line gets blurry, between law and outlaw, between justice and vengeance, between heroes and villains.
Come to disarm you. Raise your hands over your heads.
Stakes in the dirt. In 1881, Tombstone was coming apart at the seams. The cowboys were growing bolder, armed, dangerous, and increasingly indifferent to law. Stagecoaches were robbed, and ranchers threatened. And the Earps, they were trying to hold the line, with half the town behind them and the other half watching from behind curtains. Virgil Earp had taken the job of town marshal, not for glory, but out of necessity. And Wyatt, he was circling back to the man he once was, a lawman, a protector. Doc Holliday didn't care for law, but he did care for Wyatt. That friendship was thicker than blood, and maybe more dangerous. The Clantons and McLaurys were spoiling for a confrontation. The Earps were done walking away, and the people of Tombstone, they were caught between a badge and a bullet. This was never just a gunfight. It was a collision of ideas. Control versus chaos, order versus greed, and three brothers trying to protect what little peace the desert would allow. 30 seconds to echo forever. October 26, 1881, high noon paths. The wind picked up. Virgil deputized Wyatt and Morgan, and then they turned to Doc. "I suppose this means we're not going to play cards," Doc said, voice dry as dust. They walked to Fremont Street, turning down 4th, past C.S. Fly's photography studio. The cowboys were gathered behind the OK Corral, armed, angry, and ready. Wyatt said later, "I wasn't looking for trouble, but I didn't run from it." Then, gunfire. 30 seconds, maybe less. Some say 34 shots were fired. Others say it was more. All we know is, when the smoke cleared, Tom and Frank McLaury and Billy Clanton were dead. Ike Clanton ran, survived, and lived to shout about it. Virgil was shot, Morgan was hit, and Doc Holliday, he staggered away coughing up blood, but not his rage.
Leaving town. Wyatt. Ike Clanton, Andy Warshaw, Latigo, Curly Bill Brocious. Who's in the Corral, Verge?
Billy Clanton and the McLaurys. Come to disarm you. Raise your hands over your heads.
Virgil.
Can't walk.
Morgue?
It's his shoulder.
Doc.
Yeah.
Verge deputize you.
I swore to something he was muttering about.
And wear the badge.
Verge. It's in the hip? Yeah, right here.
And Wyatt Earp, untouched, unbent, unforgiving. The legend was born in that alleyway, not because it was the biggest shootout in the West, but because it was the most human, fast, fatal, and flawed. The price of legend. You'd think it would have ended there, but violence never ends clean. Days later, Virgil was ambushed and his arm shattered. Morgan was murdered in cold blood, shot in the back while playing pool, and Wyatt had seen justice fail, and so he chose vengeance. The Earp vendetta ride began not lawmen hunting criminals, but men chasing ghosts. They killed Frank Stilwell, chased others across deserts and borders. Wyatt became the legend, and the law blurred with blood. Doc Holliday, already dying, followed Wyatt into the wilderness, until his lungs gave out in a Colorado hotel. Alone, unarmed, whispering, "This is funny," with his final breath. Wyatt Earp would live into his 80s. He watched the Old West fade into photographs, dime novels, and Technicolor Lies. He died in 1929, an icon of the West. A man with a complicated past the world preferred to paint in black and white.
Virgil.
Can't walk.
Morgue?
It's his shoulder.
Doc. Yeah. Verge deputize you.
I swore to something he was muttering about.
And wear the badge.
Verge.
It's a hip.
Yeah, right here.
I'm all right, Doc. See the Verge.
Doc. Yeah, his hip. Just my leg. Just stay still, Verge.
Well, arrest him.
Pete, I don't know if a county sheriff can arrest a city marshal without a warrant.
We can take him. And if you can't, we got enough guns to settle the whole thing right here.
The gunfight at the OK Corral wasn't about heroes or villains. It was about fear, loyalty, duty, and pride, and how a single moment can change the course of a life, a town, and a country. It was 30 seconds of thunder in a world of dust. The gunfight is legend now, taught in classrooms, reenacted by actors, and burned into American myth. But underneath the story are men, flawed, tired, and trying. What they wanted wasn't glory. What they needed was peace. And what they got was history. So I hope you enjoyed this little look at the OK Corral. Have a good day, guys.